Hi, my name is Trudie, I'm a member of the IQBar team and I'm also one of the bloggers. In these vlogs, the blogging team are focusing on age-appropriate content, and my vlog will be focused on breadies who are 12 and under. For information on breadies who are 12 and above, you can check out Mark's vlog. And for general about how to use age-appropriate content and to see some great examples, then have a look for Kyle's vlog. This is a two-part vlog. So in the first, we'll discuss the basic child development from the ages of around 5 to 12, and we'll discuss the developmental milestones across the different age groups, and also what the curriculum should look like for the different age groups. In my second vlog about age-appropriate content, we'll build on what we've learned here in today's vlog, and we'll see how this knowledge of child development can help to inform our planning and to help us formulate appropriate questions. We'll also talk about the emotional maturity of our breadies and how this differs across these year groups, as well as some ideas and examples of what you could be doing in your classroom with your breadies and what you could be using across these different milestones. Teaching children can be amazing, and seeing them reach their potential and make accomplishments is really great for us as teachers. When we're well equipped, we can be the best teachers and provide an excellent education for our breadies. Part of our role as buddies at IQBar is to ensure that our breadies also learn key values, that they're learning self-discipline and how to make good choices. Though much of the learning journey with us will be about praise and encouragement in our breadies' achievement, it's still important for them to experience and to learn from their mistakes. So don't be afraid of your breadie making mistakes, and foster this positive attitude to making mistakes in your breadies too. It's important to remember that all children are different and they will reach the developmental milestones at different points. But generally, most children will reach these milestones at around the same time or age. How? Because of neurological and biological maturation. So pushing a child to excel in a task that they're not ready for does not influence this. It's really important for us as teachers to recognise that there will be a time when the child's readiness for a particular skill or task is at its optimum, and this is where we need to take advantage of this. So for us as teachers, the following bits of information are really important for informing our planning. So if you want to grab a pen and paper, pause me now. You can find a mass of research about development from birth, the age of 5, but what about beyond this? How about up to the age of 12? Let's take a look from the beginning to 12. Four to 5-year-olds are often still using concrete thinking. This will mean that they're less capable of thinking abstractly. At this age, they will know the difference between real and fantasy, and they'll be able to assert their independence as an individual. So some of the key milestones at this age include knowing the basic colours, knowing the basic shapes, being able to count to 10 and identify a few letters, being able to hold a pen and pencil and draw correctly, able to draw a simple human, that they can write the letters in their name, and they enjoy telling stories, and they know that stories have a beginning, a middle and an end. So for this age group, we need to be ensuring that we help in their development and refining of small and large motor skills. That they practice using scissors and jumping, not both of these at the same time, galloping and skipping as well as bouncing, which for us in the online classroom is quite hard to achieve. But the use of movement in all areas, this we can definitely include and integrate into the online classroom. We need to help them by beginning reading through phonics instruction, letter recognition, rhyming. So even if our breadies aren't on the phonics course, we can still use phonics to help them sound out the tricky words. And this is a strategy that can be used up to the age of 12. I still use it today if I don't know a word. Reading readiness will vary, but by 6, most children are beginning to read. In our class, it's important to encourage the bready to read, but if they can't, we can model and they can repeat after us so they get used to recognising these words by sight. Maths is also important. Learning one-to-one correspondence and the understanding of simple addition. At around the age of 6 to 8, we see that children's attention begins to increase. And at this age, they often reach more advanced developmental milestones with their small and large motor skills, and their concrete and their abstract thinking. So let's take a look at some of the developmental milestones at this age group. They'll be using scissors and writing utensils effectively. Like I mentioned with the younger buddies, we won't be using scissors in our classes, but we may want to encourage our buddies to use the whiteboard. And also homework is a great opportunity for them to practice putting pen to paper. They can tie their own shoes, their written and spoken vocabulary increases by 100%. Abstract thinking is beginning to develop but isn't advanced. Concrete thinking still dominates their reasoning, and problem-solving skills are developing. With these basic skills developed, they want to challenge themselves and test their growing knowledge. This is where it's important that we are extending on our resources. So let's look at some age-appropriate activities for 6 to 8-year-olds. Encourage them to write their own story or a play that they can share, and they've got the hang of basic language and social skills, and now they want to practice. This is so easy to implement in our lessons, especially our lessons where you could role play some of the content. I know I often role play the introductory pick-a-row lessons. We should be giving them simple 2 and 3-step problems to work out and encouraging abstract thinking. We'll look at this in a little more depth in the other block. Addition, subtraction and multiplication and division can be included in maths. So we don't just have to ask them, how many apples can you see? We can now ask, if I eat an apple, how many will be left? They can talk about feelings and relationships with others, so it's great to start your lessons with questions about how they are or how their day was. Encourage cooperative play and games and competitive games. We have our fantastic game slides in our sessions, which means we have lots of opportunities for games. Small and large motor skills are largely developed, but becoming more refined. So still try to plan to include movement in your lessons. For example, if there's an instruction in your lesson, like sit down, Jill. This is generally from a lesson that I've taught. Practice it. Get your body moving. Get them to be the boss of you. They'll love it. Introduce literary forms such as poems and encourage them to create their own. Nine to 12-year-olds. There are lots of physical, mental and emotional changes at this age. The milestones are not so clear at this age. Age-appropriate levels of activities, skill readiness and developmental milestones vary greatly from child to child. At this age, abstract thinking increases largely. Their likes and dislikes are very well defined, and they're trying to fit in with their peers. So let's see the recommendations for an age-appropriate curriculum for 9 to 12-year-olds. The curriculum should be one that focuses on a theme and includes more than one academic subject area, which all of our wonderful materials do for us. We should be including ethical and moral judgment discussions, as children at this age have a real strong sense of right and wrong. Get them talking about the content in your lessons. Let them express their ideas and opinions and have a discussion. It doesn't have to get deep and certainly not political, but it could be as simple as, and again I'm drawing on a lesson here where we talked about hobbies. Okay, do you think that fishing is a safe sport? Why? Why not? Go on further with it. Well, should we be fishing? High-level maths with fractions and decimals are important for this age group, so we may get the opportunity to develop this area, but in some sessions, in fact in most of our sessions, it's not going to be applicable, and that's absolutely okay. We haven't got to cover everything I've spoken about in one session. It's about drawing out those points and using what we can when we can. Allow for social interaction to encourage relationship skills. Give them time at the start of the lesson to talk about what's of interest to them and let them share their ideas. I really hope this has helped, look out for my next blog, the second part to this blog, which will continue to discuss child development and the milestones, and look at how we can use this information in our planning and also adapt our questioning and our activities, and be talking about examples that we can use in the classroom. It's coming soon, so keep your eyes peeled. Contact anyone from the team if you'd like any more information. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy teaching. Bye.